Hello, this is the trade site Forex market preview, excuse me, and international economic data roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 15th of October and ending Friday, the 20th, 2017. Hope you had a good trading week. I was on vacation last week. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. You can see we slipped a little bit this last week, but basically a 1 point range. Let's go through the major daily charts, then we'll look at the intra-week action, then we'll talk about the economic data that's coming out this week. Euro dollar, obviously just the inverse. Note that 13 sell signal a month ago was right on the top, as it should be. The pound dollar came back up a bit as well for the week. A little bit better ranges there than the euro. Aussie dollar up a little on Friday, but fairly flat overall. Pound yen, slight drift upwards, but not very exciting action. Euro yen, dead flat. Pound Swiss, same situation as the pound yen. And then the New Zealand dollar came back up just a bit. Let's look at the intra-week action, at least on the euro and the pound. So high to low for the week is only about 160 pips. It was just a steady climb. Monday was dead flat. Remember, Monday was that Veterans Day bank holiday, so the U.S. banks were closed. Tuesday, Wednesday, we came up. Thursday, Friday was flat. Pound looks kind of similar. Actually moved a little bit on Monday. High to low for the week here was more like 250 pips. The action was Thursday with that dip down and back up. All right, so let's take a look at the economic data that's coming out this week, see if there's anything to pay attention to. I got Fed Chair Yellen speaking. We've got German president speaking. We've got Rightmove housing price index out of the UK. China does their CPI and PPI at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time Sunday night. Going into Monday, Japan's revised industrial production, Europe, German WPI and trade balance, Canada foreign securities purchases, U.S. Empire State Manufacturing Index, and then federal budget balance in the afternoon. New Zealand CPI that night. Bank of Australia has a rate announcement. Europe, Italian trade balance on Tuesday, and then the UK does a big inflation dump, CPI, PPI, RPI, HPI, all of it at once at 4:30 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. Zoo economic sentiment out of the broad European sector and Germany. They separate Germany out there. Final CPI and core CPI out of Europe at 6 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. U.S. import prices, capacity utilization, industrial production, the NAHB housing market index. That's all on Tuesday morning here in the U.S. New Zealand's GDT price index. We got long-term purchases here in the U.S. at 4 p.m. Eastern time at the close of the stock market. Australia's got their MI leading index. Europe, UK's got their unemployment rate Wednesday morning here in the U.S. I got some Fed members speaking. Got German 30-year bond auction. Manufacturing sales out of Canada Wednesday morning. U.S. building permits and housing starts. Then our crude oil inventories. Beige book in the afternoon. Trade balance out of Japan that night. Unemployment numbers out of Australia at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. China's GDP, industrial production, fixed asset investment, MBS press conference, and retail sales Thursday. Japan's all industries activity. Swiss trade balance. Retail sales out of the UK. Got Spanish 10-year bond auction, UK's 10-year bond auction. Here in the US, we have the weekly unemployment claims and the Philly Fed at 8:30 a.m. We got the CB leading index at 10, natty gas at 10:30, and then visitor arrivals and credit card spending out of New Zealand Thursday night. Friday, we've got German PPI and current account out of Europe, public sector net borrowing out of the UK, and then Canada, CPI retail sales and more CPA data all 8:30 a.m. on Friday, and then U.S. existing home sales and Fed Chair Yellen speaks Friday night. We are close to another week or two, and we start to see all the time changes in Europe, and then here in the U.S. after Halloween shifts us back, but that does not happen yet this next weekend. So it's a pretty straightforward trading week. I wouldn't say any of this data is major, not the CPI, not the trade balance, all that type of stuff. So we'll just trade it as we see it. We are full size right now, even though this week was a little light. I'd say the summer doldrums are mostly behind us. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading weekend for it.